Hello everyone. I hope everyone is doing well and doing fine. Well, I'm here to talk about some of the things that important in our life. Well, what are important in our life? There's many things important in our life. Is that education, health, prosperity, or financial? Well, everything is important on our life. And today I'm going to talk about in financial activity and how to build a credit card, how to build a credit. And my name is Van Ring, and I'm going to discuss based on my experience and some of based on my research. So someone may ask me, what is the credit? Well, the credit is ability of the customer to obtain a good or service before the payment. Based on the trust, the payment will be made in the future. Basically, dealing with money and dealing with how you can pay later on it. And credit is really affecting our life. Um, there are many gap between rich and poor in this modern day. And back in 2019, there were over 567,000 was in homeland in the U.S. I think that's a lot because of the impact of individual credit score. To have a credit card, credit history, it's not going to happen in overnight or over a month or over a week. I remember when I built my credit, it took me for about 3 years. So, according to U.S. research, it takes 2 to 3 years. Everybody want to live in a beautiful house and build a nice family. Yep, if you want to have those, you need to have a good credit, which is impacting our modern life. Matter of fact, in the U.S., only 64% of population are own a house. Not all of people cannot own a house, and also the credit can be required on your living expense. Let's say you got paid by only bi-weekly. You need money in somehow, and you don't have it get paid in yet. So how are you gonna do if you don't have a credit card? If you had a credit card, it will take care of it, and it's convenience. Also, the credit required when you are buying a house, buying the auto or any car that you're going to buy. If you don't have good credit, it will you may end up with paying high interest rate, which is you don't want to do that. Job. Yep, everybody needs a job. Everybody need to have a decent job. Let's say you want to get a better job or higher position, and the employer will check your credit history. If you're just good or just standard, they may choose a better one who has excellent credit. And also, if you want to build like your own business, if you had a good credit, and you will get a loan up to 250,000 in dollar in within 3 to 5 business day if you have a good credit. So I had mentioned what is the credit important to you, and now I'm going to discuss how to build a credit based on my some of experience. Well, that the credit history is considered how you manage your payment and how much you owe and how much you spend on money. I remember when I built my credit back in the day, I went to the bank and put in $500 in the deposit for the saving account, and they gave me a 500 credit limit credit card, and I didn't use all the 500 in a month. I just kept the maximum up to 350, and I paid it on time. Later on, the bank offered me the credit card with $5,000 limit on it, which is awesome. I was really happy about that one. The next one, what I did was what I done was I I I had my build my own name, the build that exit of my name. The first thing is I have a phone bill. The second one is TV, and the third one is utility bills. At the time, of course, I didn't get a good credit, so I had to get a cosign and get proof on it, and which uh, it, it was proof on it. It would have done without a cosign. The next thing what I done was I pay bill on time. It's very important. Back in the day, we have to mail it ahead of time. So what I did is I mailed it 10 days before the due date. And this day, we can set up on automatic payment system and online, and or either one you can pay on the go. Like you go to convenience store and they offer it to you very quickly. And there's some grocery store offer it as well. Another thing is credit in a bill is our behavior, like how you behave in your school or how you behave on your society. Like you stay away from any criminal, even stay away from the speedy ticket. If you had a speed ticket, you will paying and you will end up with paying high insurance amount every month. Yep. Behavior is one is important in how to build credit. Like I mentioned it before, to build a credit it took about two years, especially when you have a debt, any debt. Like I know many students had a debt, student loan, so you may want to consider paying off that first. Otherwise, you're gonna carry no matter where you go, and it's gonna be dragging you. Credit is about the whole life, like saying you're born right now, the present, and the future. It will be recorded, whether you're good or bad or excellent. It's all about um, how you things done in our society, or how to manage your money. So I think this is really work well in our society because of that. In many countries, they don't have this credit history system. So I'm going to wrap up, concluded my topic is if you don't have a good credit, it can be really strike out on our life. Like when you're trying to buy a house, they need to require a good excellent. If you have it, maybe you may end up with paying high interest rate, or you didn't get approved for buying a house. And another thing is buying a car. They may ask you high down payment if you don't have good credit. Also, lastly is how to get a job if you don't have a good credit. I hope we learned something today, and thank you for your time.